Is waking state like a dream? The experience of any phenomena other than our true self is either sleep or dream. Means illusory, conditionally real, or mithya. So, yes, believe it or not, the waking state is like a dream. Now let's look at some arguments in support of this claim. Before we go further, let's define these two words, reality and apparent reality, satya and mithya. Reality is that which is not subject to negation or destruction at any time. So, by definition, reality is something that's independent, immutable, and infinite. And what is mithya? I would like to use the word mithya because there is no equivalent word for it in English. So what is mithya? There are several definitions. That which did not exist earlier and will not exist later, but has only a temporary existence in an intermediary stage, is a dream, mithya. Whatever is a product is mithya. Any dependent and or observed phenomena is also called mithya. If a state appears, that's another good definition of mithya, is if a state appears real when you are in it, but not real when you're out of it, it is dream or mithya. Mithya may be called a virtual reality. Remember, mithya is not unreal. Very important. Mithya is not unreal. It is appearance. The appearance part, we may call it virtual, and the real part is reality. So it is real as reality or awareness, but it is not real as matter and mind. That's what mithya is. Illusion is not quite an accurate word for mithya, even though it's most commonly used word. Ponder the following 8 points to compare the waking and the dream states. However, it is important to judge each state either from a common perspective or common ground or from its own perspective for fairness. If a waker says the dream is an illusion, a dreamer can say waker does not even exist. You see what I mean? So we need to judge each state from its own standpoint at least. First point, dream appearance is the only way reality could apparently manifest a world without compromising its intrinsic nature as infinity and immutability, because it is impossible for infinity to become finite or unchanging to become changing. Physical world is thus manifested as an illusion, so reality can now apparently experience a finite object by imagining itself as a finite subject. all in appearance, all in illusion, all in dream. Don't we as individuals perform this feat perfectly every night? Second point, we consider that whatever is clearly experienced can be transacted and has utility, has to be real. ETU, experience, transaction, utility. This is ingrained in our subconscious minds. But this proposition is not valid, as a night dream has all the same features. And the night dream is only conditionally real, as we know. It's not absolutely real. ETU is possible because of an actual creation as well as a seeming creation, like a pot space. The space in a pot is not a separate space. It is seemingly separate. There are not any infinite number of spaces in the world. There is just one space. Therefore, based on ETU, the waking state should not be considered as an actual creation. Third point, reality does not disappear at any time. Now, what is there in the waking state that does not disappear? Nothing, right? Therefore, everything objective connected with the waking state is not real. When the not real appears as real, we call it a dream or mithya. Therefore, the waking state is mithya. It is conditionally real. Its existence is borrowed. Now let's look at the fourth point. In a night dream, you will never be able to find out that you're dreaming. We always think that we are in the waking state and it is transactional. This is despite the fact that we know the dream to be illusory every time we come out of it. Well, the same applies to our waking state. It is not any different. As a matter of fact, waking state does not even exist from the point of view of the dream state. The dream world is an object of experience, and the waking world is also an object of experience. The dream world is useful in dream, but not useful in waking. The waking world is useful in waking, but again not useful in dream. Then, for all possibilities, we have to consider either both of these states as dreaming or both as waking, which is logical. Since there cannot be two real and waking states, they both have to be dream states. Further, we also know that one of the states, the dream state, is mithya. Therefore, the waking state is mithya. Fifth point, since the dream world is experienced very much like the waking world, generally the dream is considered to be the product of the waking world. If that is so, from that, a principle can be extended. Since the waking world is the cause for the dream world, both should have similar nature, right? As effect and cause have similar nature. Since we know that the dream state is mithya, the waking state as the cause is also mithya. Now let's go look at sixth observation, sixth point. Reality means liberation, moksha, infinity. But reality is non-dual, which implies that we are already infinite but are wrongly believing that we are finite, because infinite can never become finite. But This belief or imagination can happen only in a dream state. Therefore, we're constantly dreaming, not only in the night, not only while we are asleep, we are dreaming the whole day. 7. All we have in life is consciousness, mind, and matter, right? Mind, matter, and consciousness. That's all we have. Waking mind depends on the waking world as mind and matter rise and sink together. If there is no mind, there is no matter. If there is no matter, there is no mind. Since mind and matter do not exist independently, they both are dependent on something else and hence are not real. And also, waking state comes and goes and must depend on something else. This leaves consciousness or reality as the only independent real entity. Everything else is mithya. Eighth, this is an observation more than a pointer. The strongest objection against equating the waking state with the dream state is this. We think that the waking world exists independent of us as an objective existence and is continuous. But the dream world exists dependent on us and is discontinuous. Firstly, this tells us that the waking world must have originated from some other cause other than me. But dream is accepted as a projection only in the waking state and never accepted as projection in the dream state. Similarly, this waking world is an objective world as long as it is looked at from the waker's perspective. But if looked at from the neutral or reality's angle, the waking world will not remain objective. Secondly, assuming that the waking world is not my projection and that it has an independent existence of its own, then there must be a cause of this world. But the analysis shows that the creation of the waking world can never logically be established. And so the objective existence of the waking world is not a viable fact. Waking world disappears in night dream or in deep sleep. When others say that this waking world is real and exists continuously while you are sleeping, it proves only their experience. Other people are part of the world that you're trying to investigate. This is very, very subtle to understand. But imagine the same thing happened in your night dream, that you went to sleep and you woke up and you're talking to your friends. And you say that the world is not real. They say, no, while you're sleeping, the world existed. So it's the same thing. But once up from the night dream, you realize that the entire dream was not real, including those people who said that the world was real. Those people are not certainly existing in that dream world right now. Well, the same thing holds true now in the waking state. The solidity of the material world, matter vibrates at a lower rate, gives us the false impression of permanence when we get back into the waking from sleep. But everything is continuously changing. You don't even get back into the same body in the morning. It is a new body mind. Millions of cells have already changed, dead or someone created. It is the sense instruments in the physical body that structure the waking state and make it seem logical and well ordered. The impressions or vasanas are no longer structured in the subtle world. They just come up and express without having to work out through the physical body. But remember, there is continuity in the dream world also, because you never have any doubt that the dream is discontinuous while in the dream. Thus, in all respects, the dream world and the waking world are similar and enjoy the same degree of reality, which proves that the waking state is also like a dream state. Remember, it's not a dream state, it's like a dream state. What you are experiencing in the waking state is dream-like. The individual is a dream character. As a matter and mind, it is a robot. Now, a couple of observations. Why does the waking dream feel so real? Well, the answer is go to your dream state. Why does the dream feel so real? As the creator, we projected the night dream world, but as a creature, we are just one among the projections. So we are bound because you become an individual inside of your own dream. That creature is bound. And another observation is, so what are the main differences between the night dream and the waking dream? There are three main differences between a night dream and a waking dream. The first one, night dream is shared by one mind, whereas the waking dream is shared by many minds. That's why night dream dissolves upon waking, whereas the common waking dream continues after waking up. The second difference is buddhi or intellect does not operate in dream state. Buddhi, free will, operates only in waking state with a gross body. No gross body, no buddhi, no free will. That's the reason why enlightenment is possible only in the waking state when buddhi or intellect operates. Third difference, the waking state or waking dream is longer. Dream world will seem real as long as we are ignorant of the waking world reality. This seeming reality is corrected instantly like a rope snake in waking state itself and does not require absolute knowledge. The waking reality, of course, gets corrected upon the rise of the absolute knowledge. This is like a bent rod in a glass of water. The appearance will never go away, but the knowledge that the bent rod is actually straight stays. In other words, Maya, appearance, stays, and ignorance goes. The dream world is an individual's magic show, personal, one-minded, and the waking world is Maya or Creator's magic show. It's a shared common world. The support for both is I, the consciousness, the real you. These states are both equally dreams in consciousness, made out of consciousness. In a playful manner, consciousness makes the dreams look utterly real. This waking world, which seems to be real, is a well-orchestrated, multi-minded dream. Life is designed to experience and enjoy only one reality at a time. That is the reason why we forget the waking state while dreaming and think that dream is an illusion upon waking. Of course, we do not remember anything about our deep sleep. We only enjoy the peace and bliss of our being after the fact. If we knew the realities of other planes all at once, that is the state an enlightened master is in, then the game is over. Since you are not absolutely certain that this world could not be dreamlike, be open to the possibility. Explore it and try to wake up from this waking dream. Thank you.